Today, I got some more fishing hacks for you, cause you know, everybody loves fishing hacks. So let's quit wasting time, and let's get on with it. Fishing hack number 1. This idea came from a good friend of mine who happens to be a YouTuber also, and his channel name is Bobcat Outdoors. I seen he made a short about this and I kinda liked it. This is one of my fishing rods. I really do like these rods, by the way. I made a whole video on them. You're to go check it out. I'm gonna put this black light right up against this rod, and when I cut it off, if it's glow in the dark paint, it still should be glowing. That's probably long enough. Oh my gosh, look. It is glow in the dark paint. I knew that dang rod was glowing and I wasn't crazy. It'll explain more about why I like them. Anyway, this is how I stow my hooks when I'm done fishing. I stick it through the hook holder. See what I'm talking about? Well, when you're carrying these rods around, you can slide your finger right over that hook and get this thing stuck right in you. That's pretty sharp. Or if you don't get stuck in you, it's going to get hung in everything else in your truck or on your boat. You know what I'm saying. Well, Bobcat had a really good idea. He took one of these silicone beads. I've had these beads on videos before because I really like the silicone beads. They're actually kind of squishy. Like you can see right here, I got one on my line because it's going to protect your knot from that piece of lead smashing into it and making it weaker. Like I said, I like them because they're kind of squishy. But Bobcat's idea was to take one of these silicone beads and you just stick this silicone bead onto the end of your hook like that right there. Now this hook ain't going to impale you if you accidentally hit it.
Oh, look at that. I've been impaled.
And it's not going to be getting hung on stuff, at least not quite as bad as it would if it didn't have that bead on it. And I'm sure you can get different size silicone beads. But I think this idea is really going to shine on big hooks like this when you're getting like 10-aught, 12-aught hooks. I mean, one of these hooks can send you to the emergency room.
Ambulance! Where the ambulance? Why the man body still right there? Ain't supposed to be laying there. Call the damn ambulance!
It's also really easy to take the bead off and put the bead right back on. And after doing it a lot, I've checked them and it don't tear up the beads. So you can still use them to protect your knots too if you want to. That's a pretty good idea there. I'll leave a link to Bobcat's channel if you want to go check him out. He actually does some pretty good fishing content. Fishing hack number 2. Now I imagine a lot of you guys have had to plug a tire. You know when you get a flat, like you get a nail in your tire or something, and instead of buying a whole new tire or putting a tube on it, you can just put a plug in. And this is a plug kit. This is my plug kit I leave in my truck because I have had flats on the side of the road before. And this is the content of a plug kit. You got yourself a reamer, which basically when you pull the nail out of your tire, you can just run this in and out and clean the rubber, and it makes the hole just a little bit bigger so you can get a plug in it. Then you have one that's a plug holder. You see that little hole in the end? That's so it'll come back out after you shove it in. These are plugs. You basically put them in that plug holder, you shove it in your tire, and when you get it in deep enough, then you pull the plug holder back out and it leaves the plug in it. It's got something like tar all over it and it seals it up. And plugs work. I mean, I've got plugs in tires and drove them for years after that and never had no more trouble. Plugs work good. I mean, they work good. And like I said, this is the plug kit I keep in my truck. And this is not the hack. This ain't it. But I do like it. And I'm going to keep it in my truck anyway. This is what's been hacked. Somebody made a plug kit this freaking small. I mean, this is probably 30, 40 plugs in here. Each one of these little valves right here are different size plugs. This right here is an empty one. This is the plug. It's a dang screw, man. I mean, it's a really thick screw, but it's got some kind of sealer on it, and you take a screwdriver and you run this in the hole where the nail was. And supposedly this thing seals your tire. Is that not freaking crazy? Now I gotta try these things because I love innovation. I absolutely love it. And like I said before, these come in different sizes. You can see some smaller ones and some bigger ones in there. They're all kind of mixed up. You ain't gonna get a decent plug kit for under 20 bucks. But actually, these are pretty dang cheap. I mean, this would be great to have in your truck to use, you know, if you have a flat tire, or if your boat trailer has a flat tire, or if your lawnmower has a flat tire. I mean, if anything has a flat tire, these would be great. It might not be a very bad deal to get a little cheap electric screwdriver or a little electric drill. You know, one you can leave in your truck, just a cheap one. I really like this idea. I'm going to put some of these in my plug kit. And then I'm going to put the rest of these in my wife's car. That way, if we have a flat nit, we'll have some too. Now, something else you're going to want to go along with your plugs is a way to pump up your tire. I actually already had this on a video before, and these things work great. I mean, I got 2 of these, and I love them. Because not only can you pump up your tire, let's cut this thing on. You can run the pump. You can set it like as high as you want it to pump up to, and it'll stop automatically. And it works great. It's already saved me 2 times where I ran over a nail. It also has like a light you can cut on, so if you need to work on your car at night, and you can jump your car off with this. So you can pump up your tire and you can jump off your car. And no, this is not a sponsored video, I promise you. I just really like this thing. I mean, this thing's worth every dime, and they're not that expensive. Because back during Christmas, they had these things on sale for like $70 or something. I don't know what they are now, but I will leave a link in the description box for some of these, because these right here are really cool. Plus, when you plug your tire, you're gonna need a way to pump it back up again. I'm just saying. Number 3. So if you keep your boat in a building or in a garage or a lean-to or whatever, you know, if you don't wash your boat every time you go fishing, you leave all kinds of smell in that boat. From your bait, from the fish you're catching, and everything else. Well, I have got mice in my boat before. I mean, you could smell that they have been in there. You know, like mice crap, you can smell it. And that's never a good idea, because mice can eat your wiring and your insulation and everything else up in your boat. Well, you can make a mouse trap out of a bucket. And honestly, you don't even have to have nothing fancy. You can just use a regular old bucket. As I found out a week ago, I done caught another mouse. This is my 2nd mouse I done caught in this bucket. And this bucket is not a trap. It's just a bucket. And how I started catching mice in this thing is I left a little bit of chicken food in it. Them little bitty, look how tiny he is. Look at my hand beside of him. He's tiny. Poor little feller, I hate to kill him. Maybe I'll relocate him, I don't know. I use this bucket to feed my chickens, and I happened to leave some food in it, and I started catching mice in this thing, and I just leave some food in it now and catch mice all the time. You know, after I thought about it, I really couldn't figure out how the mice were getting in this bucket, because the bucket's slick. I bet they're jumping on this rope and climbing this rope up and getting in there. That's kind of actually incredible if you think about it. They some gymnasts, boy, because that thing ain't even easily accessible. He sure got in there though, didn't he? It's kind of crazy, because I was doing a bucket hack DIY when I found that mouse in my bucket for the 2nd time. All I could figure out, see, is getting on this rope, climbing up, and getting in the bucket. Then when he got in there, he couldn't get back out. I mean, that's all I can figure. But there are tons of bucket mouse traps on YouTube, and this isn't one of them. This is just a good idea to keep mice from getting in your boat. That's all I'm saying.
Speaking of chicken feed, I got a joke about chicken feed.
Well, let's hear it.
Never mind, it's too corny.
Oh my frick.
Hey, what day do chickens hate the most?
I don't know.
Fridays.
Why do chickens hate Fridays?
You know, Friday. You know why chickens don't tell jokes to their eggs?
I don't know.
Because they might get all cracked up.
Anyway, fishing hack number 4. Okay, so this next idea is not actually a fishing hack, but really it is kind of a fishing hack. I mean, you have to be a fisherman to do it, I guess. Let me elaborate. So anytime that I go fishing, I'll always fill up my fuel tank on my way to the lake. That way when I come back from the lake, the boat's lighter, there's less gas to go bad in it. It just seems like a good practice to me. It's the way I've always done it. But during Hurricane Helene, I came up with this idea. In an emergency, you always want some gas on hand, you know, for like generators, to fill up your car, whatever. But the problem is we don't always know when there's going to be an emergency. Sometimes it just happens. And if your power goes out and you need gas, you're going to have to find a gas station that has power. And odds are, if you do, there's going to be a line 2 miles long with people waiting to get gas. Well, during Hurricane Helene, I had 2 5-gallon containers full of gas. So basically, I had 10 gallons of gas. Well, I got to thinking, this boat holds 36 gallons of gas. That's 7 5-gallon containers of gas. I mean, think about that. 7 jugs of gas is right here in this boat. I mean, look at the gas tank in this thing. This thing has a big old gas tank. And it don't really matter if you have a big gas tank or not. It's still a place that you can store gas. And I mean, you're doing it anyway. So why not take advantage of it? And you know, if it's going to sit a while, if you're not one of those people that goes fishing every single week, you probably use Stay-Bill. But the problem with Stay-Bill is I've always been told you have to do this once a year. This is 10 ounces of Stay-Bill and it treats 25 gallons of gas. So this stuff is not that strong. I mean, it's a pretty big bottle for 25 gallons of gas. It says right there on the front, keeps fuel fresh for 2 years. But like I said, I've always been told to do it every year. After doing a bunch of research, I found this stuff right here. It's super concentrated PRIG. And from what I take, this stuff was made by the oil refinery companies. Because I mean, they have thousands of gallons of gas sitting around that they don't want to go bad. Plus it's in transit being shipped. And you know, they ship gas in boats across the sea. So this is supposed to be like the best stuff you can get. I mean, it has all this stuff on here that it's good for, but that right there is what gets me. It says keep fuel refinery fresh for 5+ years. That is pretty impressive. Also, this stuff is a little bit higher than the Stay-Bill. But the Stay-Bill's not that cheap. I seen a bottle like this at Lowe's the other day and it was like 20 bucks. I'm thinking when I bought this, I paid about $35. But the thing is, 1 ounce of Stay-Bill treats like 2.5 gallons of gas, which is basically why this 10-ounce bottle treats 25 gallons. Now, the price that I paid for this stuff, you get 32 ounces, treats 512 gallons. Think about that. This treats 512 gallons. This Stay-Bill treats 25 gallons. Plus, I've watched videos on this product, and people that's took gas that's like 3 years old, put this in it, and run it through a car, and it runs fine. It'll even fix old gas. See right there, provides greater power, improves fuel efficiency, prevents damaging deposits, contains no alcohol, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? This stuff's good. And I'm not trying to sell this stuff. I mean, I don't have no affiliate with them. But I'll make an Amazon link for it because I do have Amazon affiliate. So we got our fuel stabilizer that's going to keep our fuel good. So our next problem is how to get the gas out when we need it. So we can use it for our generator or our car or whatever. So last year when I was thinking about all this, I bought this pump. I bought it off of Amazon and it's an electric pump. It's actually really cool. It takes D batteries. Right here on the top, there's a little on and off switch. It cuts the pump on, cuts the pump off, and it pumps it automatically for you. This is the end that goes into your gas jug, you know, where the gas comes out. This is the suction end. You see those little blades? I don't know if you can see them. You see them little blades in there? Well, that's the pump. And here's the problem. It ain't fitting in there. That's the dang problem right there. Stupid, no good. Next, I found this on Amazon, and I'm sure you can get these at other places. I bought it on Amazon. It's a multi-use transfer pump, and if you look at it, it's just a regular old hand pump. It comes with a hose, and it comes with stuff like you can blow up a tire with this thing too, evidently. So it really is a pump. This top part goes into your gas tank. Then this bottom part, well, you'll put this into your gas jug that you're collecting gas in. And as you can see, this one fits into our gas tank. Look at that. All the way at the bottom. Let's see if there's any gas in there. Oh yeah, this thing's soaking wet. Gas still smells good. So to me, for the price, this is probably your best option right here. I mean, for emergency uses, you know what I'm saying? Or if you're just doing this in an emergency and you don't want to spend much money, you can get a siphon pump. All it is a hose on that side. It's got one of them bubbles that you pump in the middle. Got a hose on the other side. You can run this in there and pump it out into a jug. And you can get electric pumps. This is an electric transfer pump. Got a little switch right there on the end. Then you can just clip it to any battery and it'll work. It comes with plenty of hose too, and a filter. So if you're planning on doing it more often, you might want to get something like this. But that little hand pump is probably the best way to go to me for an emergency. But yeah, when the next big ice storm hits and everybody's running out to get fuel before it gets bad, if you use this idea, you'll always have plenty of gas on hand. Hack number 5. Now this next hack, it came from Freddie Beck. Now Freddie's a friend of mine and he happens to own FOA, Customs and Gear. This is one of Freddie's rods and he has a bunch of different rods. The thing I like about this rod, it's about 5 foot tall. See what I mean? I'm holding it up against me and looking down. It's about 5 foot. It's got a heavy duty reel seat, really good eyes. And the reason I like a 5 foot rod is because if you're on a kayak, you don't need a super long rod sticking way out there. These 5 foot rods are great for kayaks or kids. But like I said, Freddie has a lot of rods and they're very reasonable in price. I'm just saying, he's got pretty good prices. And I don't get nothing for talking about Freddie's products. It's just the least I could do because I saw this idea right here he had and I was like, dang, that's neat. And Freddie's like, put it on a video. So I said, I can't do that to you. So the least I can do is tell you about his stuff. Take a look at it, you might like it. Anyway, most people run a Santee rig for catfishing. Well, they just use a peg float like this. Put a little stopper in the top and it won't move. I mean, it holds it on your line right where you want it. But there's a lot of people that likes using demon dragons instead of peg floats. And the reason they like using demon dragons is pretty obvious. I mean, they're pretty dang loud. They say it attracts fish, but even if you're just thinking about using them, this is a good idea. Freddie sells these silicone tubes. As you can see right there, he sells them pretty dang cheap too. But all this is some silicone tube. This is how most people rig a demon dragon. As you can see, they go through an eye, go through the center eye, go out the front eye. That way it's suspended on your line. You see what I mean? And I've run them myself like this and it works pretty good. But there is one problem with this. If you get hung up, it'll move. Watch, I'll show you. See how I can move it up and down the line? It's not that difficult either. But for the most part, it stays in place all right. Well, this rig moving causes 2 problems. One, if it moves away from your bait real far, then your bait's gonna be down here on the hook by itself, dragging the bottom of the lake, getting hung on everything. The other problem it causes is if it can move, it can damage your line. You see what I mean? Like friction. Well, Freddie come up with this idea and I thought it was great. These are silicone tubes. As you can see, Freddie don't make a killing off of these either. I know, I didn't check the price. But these silicone tubes, that's what one looks like right there. And the best I can figure, the inside diameter is probably a 1/2 millimeter. Outside diameter, maybe 1 millimeter. But I did find some silicone tubes that size. 1/2 millimeter ID, 1 millimeter OD. But you can take this silicone tube, then you just run your fishing line through it. After that, you weave it through your demon dragon just like you normally do. And I'm gonna tell you what, you cannot pull this back out. That silicone grips like crazy, which basically means it's going to make this demon dragon stay wherever you put it. And since you're not tying any knots, it's protecting your line and you're keeping up your line strength. I kind of thought that was a really good idea. I'm just saying.
Oh, so now you're trying to replace me?
What are you talking about?
I know when I'm being replaced.
I can't have another lure on this show without you.
You know I'm the star of this show, right?
Well, there you have it. New fishing hacks. And I think they're pretty handy. I think they are. Hey, if you like this video, then go check out this video because you're probably going to like it too. And if you don't like it, I mean, go to my channel page because you'll find something you like because I got a lot of videos. I'm serious. Go check it out because this video is over. It's over, people. You can leave now.